Hello, it's me again, CXCD in case you forgot who I am, and I'm in my pajama pants. I also dismembered a TV from Lysenko, my moderator, so if I look a little pale and washed out, it's because that TV is blasting like a million lumens at me right now. Izzy Moonbow. She's an excitable unicorn, and the entire reason why G5 even began in the first place. After all, she is the one who sought out Sunny, not the other way around. She's got a purple coat and a blue mane, which might as well be any unicorn in the show, honestly. But that's neither here nor there, because Izzy is crazy. Well, not quite crazy per se, but she does do quite a lot of things that make most people stop and genuinely wonder about the vision of the show. Like, did the show creators mean anything by this? And if they did, what? Is she just like a loose Pinkie Pie clone? Well, actually, we're gonna get to that last one, but for now, shut up and listen. In Generation 5, it's very easy to mistake her as a Pinkie Pie stand-in. After all, she does share quite a lot of similarities between her and the Pink Menace. They both have frazzled and messy manes. They're excitable, and they like to see ponies laugh. But saying that Izzy is a Pinkie Pie clone, however, is honestly a little disingenuous to her character. Throughout Make Your Mark, and even as early as A New Generation, we see that Izzy isn't all quite sunshine and rainbows as we thought. After all, if she was a Pinkie Pie stand-in, she wouldn't have much, if any, depth at all. Sorry, Pinkie stands, but you know it's true. Well, I guess I shouldn't say that Pinkie doesn't have any depth, because I guess that's technically not true. I mean, when she gets stressed, for instance, she does this. I don't want to say the word psychopath. Anyway, Izzy doesn't do that. Instead, Izzy... I'm hesitant to use the word depressed, because she's not depressed, but, like, at least I don't think so? The first signs we see of Izzy being less than happy is in A New Generation, where throughout the entire movie, she sometimes makes remarks that she doesn't have any friends. Later in her house, that point is reiterated when she pulls out a tea set and says the exact same thing, that she never got to use it with anybody. How sad. That's incredibly sad. Even more later in Make Your Mark. Once again, she says she's never had a chance to make friendship bracelets. Presumably because she never had any freaking friends. So why not? Why does she have any friends? What happened? Why is she lonely? Well, personally, I think it's quite obvious. Because out of all of Bridalwood, she is the blackest sheep of them all. While every pony in Bridalwood is slow, melodramatic, and for lack of a better word, bored, Izzy is pretty much the exact opposite. The only pony in the entirety of Bridalwood that can even come close to matching her energy is none other than Alpha Biddle himself. And well, I say matching energy, but really all he has to do is talk above a whisper. I guess there's also that old grandma that knows more than she lets on in Make Your Mark. We don't know if she got that excitable after Magic Returned or if she was always like that, so I'm not counting it. Screw you. And because Izzy is so high-strung and high energy and excitable, not a lot of ponies want to associate with her, which is really sad. One more thing to add onto this to show that Izzy is either eternally lonely or eternally depressed is her mirror. Back when the movie first came out, I only ever saw like one thread ever talk about this, which I think is crazy, but I've not seen anybody talk about this since, so I'm gonna talk about it now. On her mirror, she has two pieces of paper duct taped on there, or I guess scotch taped on there. One of those papers says, "You are lovely," while the other one says, "Happy birthday to me." Oh my good lord. That is like actually the saddest thing I've ever seen. Who writes themselves a birthday note to themselves? That's so sad. I mean, I guess it's like the saddest thing next to Misty being literally abused, but that's a topic for another video. Also, I will literally never talk about this ever again, so I'm gonna mention it now. But Izzy is literally hanging a piece of cloth off of an incandescent light bulb. That's dangerous. Those things get hot. Izzy made a fire hazard. The fact that she has a birthday card, it's the only birthday card she has on display in her entire house, and it's happy birthday to me, to her, written by presumably Izzy herself. That is just heartbreaking. Oh my god. No wonder why she gets so excitable in the main series. She's overjoyed to have friends. But that does kind of beg the question. At the very bare minimum, her parents would have given her a happy birthday card, right? Right? I'll be the first to admit, G5 is incredibly weird with its family dynamics. Ever since the very first chapter of the movie, I mean, like prologue chapter of the movie, not thanks Netflix. Ever since the prologue of the movie, it's immediately been established that Sunny doesn't have a mom. Where did she go? I don't know. Does anybody know? Is it Twilight Sparkle? Oh, better yet, here's a great headcanon. Somebody should write a fanfiction about this. Phyllis Cloverleaf is her mom, and they're divorced. That would make one heck of a fanfiction that would make nobody mad. Babe, wake up, a new headcanon just dropped, and it was me. Speaking of Phyllis, the exact same thing is present with Sprout. Oh my god, that would mean Sprout would be her brother. Sprout's dad is absent, and because Phyllis is running a huge company, could he not, like, at least help out taking care of the child? Like, helping his wife at the bare minimum? She has an entire company to care about. Wouldn't he at least, like, show up for a while? I mean, he has a big job of making sure Sprout doesn't turn into an evil monster. Messed that one up already, didn't ya? Then again, something similar happens with Hitch. It keeps going. Hitch is never shown to have any parents, although this might be a Fluttershy and Rainbow Dash situation where they just never had a reason to show their parents until they did. I'm still going, by the way. What happened to Pip and Zip's dad? The king of Zephyr Heights. What happened to him? Even in the family portraits, he's never shown. What about Misty's mom? I made an entire video on Misty's mom, and I still couldn't figure it out. Is it this freaking alicorn? Is Misty gonna become a freaking alicorn? Ugh. Anyways, to rein it back to Izzy, the person who started this video. The fact is that Izzy's own parents never sent her a card, which is incredibly sad. Of course, we still know literally nothing of Izzy's situation. Maybe she just, I don't know, decided not to put up her parents' card. That's totally an option. Or maybe she doesn't have any parents. Haha. Let's go down the Scootaloo rabbit hole, why don't we? But I do think that the most likely explanation of where her parents are is the most obvious. Once again, I'd like to do this a lot, but Occam's razor. The solution is probably the easiest one. Her parents are just simply disinterested in their own daughter because of her excitable and black sheep personality compared to the rest of Bridalwood. That, and we've also never seen them because there's not a reason to see them. Unlike Izzy's parents, it's fair to ask where Pip and Zip's dad went, or where Sunny's dad went. After all, Sunny's dad plays a major part in the plot, right? It's not an unfair question to ask where's Sunny's mom, especially after he dies. Hitch and Izzy are in the same boat, I guess. There's not been a reason to ask where her parents are, so we've never seen them. I also think that Izzy being lonely can explain a lot of her very strange behaviors. A lot of the things she does, the way she reacts to situations and the way she talks to people. I think it can very easily be explained that she just simply never had anybody tell her not to do that. Like, for instance, she faded out in the middle of a conversation once. Why would you ever do that? Because nobody told her not to. I don't know. It's just sad. It's just so sad. Everything here is so sad. So, sorry for the shorter video. So, if you want to leave, go ahead. I mean, Discord is linked in the description below. If you want to join that, please. But I am planning on doing a big renovation down here. I'm in my basement, obviously. Duh. Sorry for the shorter video, but my recording space is being stepped on by other people, I suppose. I don't have a lot of time to record anymore. Even though college is ending, I'm finding less time to record, which is really weird to think about. I don't know how that happens. But also, my recording space down here is going to be, I guess, renovated. Well, it's still going to be an unfinished basement. It's just, it will look... I'm going to move things around. I might even make that into its own video. I've also been feeling the itch to, like, experiment with old computers again. So I might order a hard drive for that Windows 98 machine you saw, like, 9 months ago and try that again. That'd be fun. So, I hope you enjoyed this video. Subscribe. For the love of God, subscribe. Join the Discord server, and I'll see you guys sometime soon, I suppose. Goodbye.